I'm going to squat low, where my hips are lower than his hips. And I'm literally squatting like I'm sitting in a chair. We're going to work on uranagi. Uranagi means rear throw or back throw. You're throwing him backward. Okay? And it's a big lifting throw. And it's an excellent throw. It's a good offensive move, but it's also a very good defensive move. Because when somebody comes in to attack you, you can literally squat low, kind of hop around slightly, get under their hips, and just send them skyward. So it's a very good counter throw. So when Eric, we're gripping, okay? Now I've got my standard grip. This is important because I'll use this right hand on his lapel here in a moment, okay? When he comes in to attack me with like a hip throw, forward hip throw, well, he's grabbing around my neck, okay, in this type of a throw. Now this is the ideal situation, and a lot of people do this. So this is a good counter to this Koshi-Runa Kubinagi type throw. So when he comes in to attack me, I keep hold of his lapel, number one. Now, the very second thing I do, I'm going to squat low, where my hips are lower than his hips. And I'm literally squatting like I'm sitting in a chair, okay? So I'm sitting in my chair. Now, with my left hand, I'm going to turn around here so you can see, I will tight waist him. I will grab tightly around his waist. So when we turn around, you can see I'm grabbing very tightly like this around his waist. Don't grab the belt. You don't have as strong a hold. You want to grab, hook the hip like this, okay? All right. So I'm like this position now. All right. Now, I'm squatting, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift him. I'm going to literally buck him up in the air. And as I do, my head will keep pushing on this side of his chest and turn in, and I'm steering him with my head and with my hands. But when I'm lifting him up, and I'm going to steer, okay? All right. So the guys who don't throw me in, just pick them up. So watch, Eric is going to come in on Jacob, and see how he lifts him, just like that. Let's do that again, a little slower if you can. When he comes in, he's like there, down. Squatted low, see that? Okay, all right. He's tight waisting, you can't see that, but tournament snakes see the tight waist. See that tight waist, very strong grip there? We're grabbing him tightly around the waist, that's why we call it a tight waist, comes about. All right, now, this right hand is on the lapel. Now what he's got here, he's got a high grip, he's got a low grip. The high grip is high up here on the shoulder and the lapel, and the low grip is around the waist. So he's basically sucked him in tight like this. He's controlling it very tightly with his hands. Now with his head, you notice his ear is in the right side of Eric's upper pectoral area, his shoulder area, and he's squatting low. Now if he needed to, come in again and hop around the side. Sometimes he may hop around the side. See how I hopped around the side a bit? Okay? And he can lift him and throw him that way too. If you hop around a bit, you don't have to use so much strength. But you don't want to hop around all the way in front of him because you're out of position to throw him. Okay? All right, let's go ahead. In a street fight, the fight's over. Okay? But for a judo, it's ippon. And he goes right to the pin. Always go for the pin. Guess what? Insurance.